Clap me one more time.
Let's get it again. Bye.
So, I want to monitor this. Welcome. This is podcast number 15. I am on a mission to make 100 podcasts. I believe everyone has a story, and I'm determined to tell it. My name is Jose. Now, please welcome Leche. Oh, fuck.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. People listen. Leche, how are you?
I'm doing well, baby. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for being here. So, let me introduce you first.
Okay.
Leche is one of the nicest guys I've met in this industry. You are, and I'm not just kissing ass. Leche's from LA, Mexican.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain your name a little bit, people that don't know?
On why I got Leche?
Yes.
Yeah.
Leche means milk,
Yes, it is.
and they call you milk.
It's
They call you
short.
Leche.
Well, it's short for Lecheto. So the original nickname was Lecheto, which means milkman. But it was always because all through high school, like I look white. I used to have, believe it or not, hair past my shoulders and everything. So there's a saying in Spanish, eres hijo de Lecheto, son of the milkman. So Lecheto was the nickname all through high school and after high school until maybe now, like we're on 12 years, that my friend's little nephew could not pronounce Lecheto, but he knew what Leche was. So every time he saw me, he'd be like, hey, Leche, hi, Leche. And the name converted to Leche. Now it's even getting shorter. People call me Lech. Yo, Lech, come here. So sooner or later, it's going to be like, ooh.
That's like a rap thing. Lech.
Lech, hey, come here, Lech.
I like Lech.
Yeah,
You like Lech?
Yeah, I don't care.
Which one do you like better?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
He'll be like, hey, fucker, come here. I'm like, all right.
You still have hair past your shoulders, by the way. That shit is past your shoulders. So, all right. So, I met Leche a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been creeping. I've been watching him. And he's doing his thing.
Thank you, baby.
So, I wanted to have him on. I wanted to talk about manifesting.
Yes, sir.
One, manifesting has become a cliche bullshit thing.
Right. It can be, right.
There's a lot of fake motivation out there.
Right.
Everyone is a motivational speaker now, but you're the truth.
Oh, man.
And I'm a bit of a hater, so me saying that shows that it's true. But I want to talk about manifesting with you.
Okay.
I've been able to manifest things,
Right.
but I'm a cheater. I manifest things that come easily to me.
Right.
I haven't been able to manifest things that are a little hard.
Right.
So I want some insight into that.
Okay.
But also, you're brand new to this in a way.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be, I don't think that's disrespectful.
I'm very much new booty.
You're new to this shit. And I could look at you and be like, oh, fuck this guy. He just got in here. Who does he think he is? But I'm impressed. I'm impressed by what you're doing.
Thank you.
So let's hear some manifesting tips. Like,
Okay.
walk me through how you see manifesting shit. Because I don't want it to be just a cliche anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, everything's subjective, right? So motivation is if somebody motivates me, technically they are a motivational speaker, right? I don't put that title on me, and I just like to share what I know, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Just share what I know.
You do see the bullshit.
Well, yeah.
You see the fake.
How can I say it? So
No, as long as you recognize that it's there. Like I don't want to.
no, that's what I'm saying. But like, say I motivate a group of 10 people, right? And I shared the story that I motivated a group of 10 people, but people that motivate thousands are gonna look at you and say, "Look at this guy. Thinks he's a motivational speaker." So
Well, no,
that's what I was saying. Like it's subjective to like. Here's what I'll say. A lot of people say, "Oh, I just gotta manifest it. I just gotta manifest it," and that's the just manifest is where it's like, there's a lot more to the formula than just saying it out loud.
So that's part of it.
Right.
Okay. But specifically what I'm talking about is like people that want to post
Right.
things just for the sake of fake
Yeah.
motivating. But if you do help, it is real motivation, then it's different.
My biggest thing is if you title yourself anything, it's already on false contents, right?
What do you mean?
Like, if I say, "Oh, I'm a motivational speaker," like, why do I need to say it? If I'm that, people will say it for me.
You know what? That is super true.
So
It's like in graphic design they say you wouldn't write on a card, "I am cool."
right,
You just are,
right,
and people recognize you to be
exactly.
something. So you don't state what you are.
You don't what's already known. You don't speak about what's already known. So
I miss my little pad, man. Fuck. But yeah, okay. So give me an example of how you go about targeting something, manifesting something.
So for sure, you do have to verbally say it out loud. It's pretty much making a subconscious commitment to it.
Do you write it down?
I write it down as well. Have
Do
a
you think
visual
that
board
matters?
all day, all day.
Okay.
When you write something down, what do you? All right. So if you have to sign something, what do you usually sign? What kind of document is it?
Legal or important.
Right. So if you write something down, then you're telling your subconscious that this is very important. So I'm
Where the
committing.
fuck did you get that from?
I'm committing to this contract.
Where did you get that from?
I mean, it could be from my past careers. Like it was always goal settings and stuff like that. Like my
That's very
past
cool,
life.
though.
Yeah, it's a book, probably a book I read back in early 2000.
Huh?
I said probably a book I read early 2000. Like you have to write down your goals. You have to write down. You have to commit to it.
But the concept of it's important, therefore you're writing it down.
So visual boards, like a lot of people don't believe in visual boards or just are too lazy. They're very powerful, impactful.
Really?
Like have a written one, have a visual one, and then some make it like a arts and crafts. Like they just put a bunch of pictures. Oh my God, this looks nice. Like no, put a timeline on it. Like all right, when are you gonna do this? By when are you gonna do that? What is your 1 year? What are you gonna do these next 12 months? What are you gonna do the next 5 years? What's your 10 year? What does your 20 year look like? So now you march your way. You're manifesting to it. No, you're actually working towards it. So every time you see it, you're like, all right.
So it's a reminder. Okay. So step one, write it down, have a visual.
Right. So here,
Fill out the rest.
I like brainstorm ideas. And then I always like to brainstorm ridiculous ideas. So stuff that I cannot picture myself. I can't picture myself owning an island. So I'm gonna write down I want to own an island. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to own an island. I want to own the island. So if I say I want to own an island, what do I have to do to own an island? Then you start working on that grind and stuff starts building up. And if I really want to own that island, then I'm gonna start saving to buy that island or investing that money to recur, right? But if I say that right now, a lot of people are like, all right, guy, you want to buy an island. All you do is cut hair. That's good. Like, I always tell people something different, right? Like, everything that I say is going to be bullshit. Everything's bullshit. Unless you start executing what I say, then it becomes real shit. But I'm going to tell you right now, you continue to call my bullshit, and you're going to see me execute. And then, all of a sudden you blew up. Or, all of a sudden, do you get what I'm saying? Like, just work towards your goals, work towards what you want, and don't worry about what others have to say. Because they're my goals, they're not your goals.
Okay. So let's get a little practical here.
Okay.
There's things that I've done that come very easily. And there's things that I've done that come very hard. What do you say to me when I'm like, when the universe has proven to me?
Right.
It's like shown me all the ways, hey, listen, you're fucked up and you can't do this. What do you say to that guy?
So my biggest thing is, one, how bad do you want it? Okay, that's the first thing, because there's no failing if you really want it. You only fail when you quit.
Correct.
So if you really want it, there's no failing. There's obstacles. There's formulas that certain steps don't work, so you just got to keep going around it. But once you get there, you get there. So my biggest thing is, if it comes easy, all right, what do you value that comes easy? How valuable is this water?
Not much.
Exactly. But how much value does this water if I take it to somebody that doesn't have water?
It's life.
Okay. Because it's harder for them to get.
Correct.
So what's better to have? The stuff that's harder to get because you appreciate it more. So everything that comes easy to you is easy. Well, yeah, that means that's already in the bag. Why is your attention on something that's so easy? Your attention should be on something that's so difficult.
Correct.
Because then once you get there, you're like, I remember the journey.
Do you think those things are hard on purpose?
Of course.
Like the example that I think of is, have you ever read Think and Grow Rich?
Mm-mm. I think I have it in my Audible, but I don't think I've listened.
So I've been reading that book, right? And it's like 300 pages. What you're saying to me right now is kind of similar to that book. But I'm noticing, this is a theory I have. I'm noticing that the book is very dense and very hard.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the first few chapters are a filter.
Right.
Who the fuck wants to get to the end?
Right.
How bad do you want this? And I'm starting to feel like the book is designed in a way to be difficult, to make it so only the strong survive, only the ones that really want to get to the back, to the end of it. So I'm starting to see a pattern, because life is patterns, right?
Right.
You see a pattern that is universal.
Formulas, yeah.
And that's like the cheat code.
Right.
Okay, so let's continue. So how bad do you want it? When do you know to either pivot or end something? So wait. You can't say if you quit, that's where you're lost. Sometimes some things have to be quit.
Some things you fold, right? Or is that what you're saying? Sometimes you have to fold? Or
yeah. Well, sometimes you either pivot,
right,
or just give up completely.
So pivoting it and giving up completely are two different things.
Yes,
right?
but
you pivot. All right, I'll simplify it. If I run into this wall trying to get out of this door, right, I'm gonna have to pivot to exit this room.
Correct.
So sometimes it takes you 5 times to run into this wall to be like, what the hell? I keep running into this wall. Let me pivot and try another way. Or sometimes on the first time. Or sometimes you plan it. Wait, I have foreseen this. That's a wall. I need to pivot early and a couple steps earlier. So it's just when you're really on top of your plan, you'll see. Like if I had a blueprint, let's say it's all dark in here, and I visualized and memorized the blueprint, then I know where the door is already. But you have to prepare before you start the journey. But some of us just jump into the journey and we learn as we go. So when we learn as we go, we got to run into walls. We can't be afraid of running into walls. But just because you ran into a wall, the problem is if you continue to say, this formula works. No, I'm going to run into this wall so many times that I'm going to go through the wall, which it can work. It's just going to take you longer.
Correct. So you're telling me that the process is the teacher?
All day. You got to love the journey. The results coming either way. Either you succeed or you stopped.
Have you always been this positive?
I think so.
You're scaring me right now.
Why?
Because whatever you want, you're gonna achieve in the next 5 years. And I don't want to be sitting here like, oh fuck this guy, he really did it. That's
why not? We did it.
That's the New York hater in me. Okay, so and when is folding time? Because that's hard.
Folding is if, to me, like you fold when it's life threatening. Like, is this gonna end your life? Then you gotta fold. Addictions. You gotta fold addictions.
Okay, let me use an example that I see a lot. So I'm 36. Let's say I know a 32-year-old rapper.
Right.
That still hasn't made it.
Right.
It's not life-threatening.
Right.
But he's putting out mixtapes. He's doing things
good
that are not going anywhere.
Well, not going into whose eyes? If he's doing what if he's doing what he loves, is he successful or a failure?
You could split that open.
What if at 38 he makes it into producing? Because all these years he learned how to produce, and he says, you know what? I'm a pivot from being the limelight to being the producer, and bop, there goes. And all he did is just do a pivot.
That is a pivot. Huh. What did you do before cutting?
I used to be upper management in sales.
On doing sales?
Mm-hmm.
Is this where this fucking positivity came?
Well, I developed a lot of leaders and I developed a lot of employees and stuff like that. So I think this is where I studied and I learned. I had a great mentor that gave me a lot of books to read and stuff like that. So this is what he developed and this is what he molded into.
Okay, now this is interesting. So how old were you when you left that and started? When did the first seed of cutting hair come for you? Because you started late.
Yeah, I was 31 when I went to school.
Okay, I started when I was like 16.
Yeah.
So usually that's when people start.
Right.
20 something. So when did the first seed come for you to want to cut hair?
The only reason I got into this industry is because my mom owned a beauty salon.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea, my blueprint, here we go. Let's talk about the pivot. So my plan was I'm going to continue my corporate job because my corporate job paid me well. It was easy for me. I've done it for already 15 years doing it back then.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go into the field because I need to know the field to run the field. Like I need to know the business to run the business. So
you're talking hair business.
Hair business,
okay.
Right? Because I want to take over my mom's salon, manage it for her. So when she retires, she still has income coming in. So all I was going to do is just manage her salon.
Was it the salon where you are now?
No, not at all. Yeah. So that's the idea. It wasn't until 2 months before I graduated. And that's something I was going to tell you. Like school was easy for me. Like, oh, this is formulas. I'm all about formulas, right? The cheat code is like if you're successful in something that you're doing, that means you have a formula to it. So when I talk to people, I'm just trying to learn formulas. And then now I grab a formula and apply it to myself.
That's what I pretend I do. So I know a lot of successful people, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm always like, oh, let me grab formulas from these motherfuckers. But I don't think I have been. Because when you're saying this, continue. Because I think I am that, but I'm realizing I'm not. But
well, maybe that's why a lot of things come easy to you, because you already have that knowledge.
But I'm like trying to, I do try to like distill from people.
Right.
Because I truly believe you could learn from anyone.
Without a doubt.
Like from a homeless person.
From a 5-year-old.
Yeah. From a dog. Mm-hmm. Like, Penny's here, but my other dog, don't tell her, I learned tenacity. Right. Like my other dog, Pitbull, she's a Pitbull too. And she would be bleeding from her nail. Let's say
there's no giving up. Yeah.
And she's still chasing after what she wanted. Yeah. And I was like, wow, like that's really a mental state for her to like, oh, this hurts. Okay. So the blueprint. So you're 31. Yes. You want to take over your mom's salon. I would have said to you, then, don't label me a hater for this. No. I would have been like, it's a little too hardcore to become a barber or a hairstylist just to manage a place.
Right.
But knowing what I know now, you can't have a barbershop if you're not a barber.
Well, let me tell you this. What more of a motivation than your mother to go and to do something like that? Like, I'm a baby of 4, so yes, you can say I'm a mama's boy, you know?
Okay.
Like, it's my mom. Like, she's getting ready to retire.
Are you the youngest?
I am the youngest, yeah.
Oh, me too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm the baby of 4. So, like, she's
Wait, baby of 4, that's what that means?
Baby of 4. So, I'm I'm the baby. Yeah.
Of the 4.
Yes.
I'm an idiot. Continue.
So yeah, I mean, I would hate for her to just work off of a retirement social or whatever, you know? So
I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
All right.
You have to like it a little bit.
Well, here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. This is original. This is pre going to school.
Okay.
Then it's 10 months in California, right? So
full time?
Full time.
You quit your job?
No.
Oh, you're going at night?
The hustle's real, bro. So
applause.
So I 2 months before I graduated, one of my classmates, she's like, you know what? You should follow my cousin. I see you're like leaning towards men's hair here. You should follow my cousin. He's a barber. And the page that she shows me is Diego_DJ DGAF.
Oh.
And he was on tour.
What?
DJ DGAF, because he was a DJ. DJ don't give a fuck.
I thought it was just Diego doesn't give a fuck.
No, DJ DGAF.
Oh, he was a DJ?
Yeah, he was a DJ.
Shit.
Yeah.
He looks like a DJ.
DJ, tattoo artist. This is a talented man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So when he did like the most recent post was him doing a portrait of Marilyn Monroe on someone's head. And I was like, what the hell? And then I started going through his page, started seeing his portrait. Like a hair portrait of Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
So I started looking at his page, and I tell everybody, like, I had long hair. like past my shoulders, like I said. So I didn't grow up in barbershops.
This is at 31?
This is way back when. So what I'm trying, like, now, I went further back. So I used to have longer hair. I didn't grow up in a barbershop. My mom always wanted me to cut her hair. But once I finally decided to cut my hair, I got haircuts from my mom. So I didn't have the barber culture instilled even as a client, if you will.
Huh.
So I was completely out of both cultures, you know, both the salon side and the barber side. So to me, this was like, what the hell? Like I didn't really pay attention to the detail and the gratification of a clean blend, you know, like it's satisfying to see and to create. So yeah, little by little, I started doing more. 9 months after I got licensed, that's when I made the biggest decision of my life, I say, because I left $120 a year for $120 a week. So that was like the
Wait.
I had to take a breath for that one.
120 a year
for $120 a week. I had 12 clients a week at $10 a haircut.
What year was this?
This is what are you talking about? Like 6 years ago.
Why the fuck were you cutting for $10?
6 years ago, bro.
Six
My
years
mom
ago?
charged $8. So already I raised it $2.
Where the fuck was she cutting at?
The city of Bell.
Is that like a...
It's like a mom and pop salon she had. She didn't have like a high-end salon. No. It was a mom and pop salon.
Shit.
She charges like, I mean, she doesn't do any hair anymore, thank God, but $65 for color, $18 cut, women's cut, $20 with a blow dry and style.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make that big switch.
But it only fueled me to work harder. If I didn't see that I could make more money doing this than what I was doing, I wouldn't have made the jump.
Now I'm realizing how much of a fresh look you have on this.
Yeah.
I have baggage. I have a lot of like
Right. The culture.
baggage culture.
Yeah, that's
culture.
the evolution of the culture too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're coming at this with a real fresh eye.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say that.
Why do you think sorry to cut you off, but A&B was created? Artist meets business. Because I see a lot of artistry. I see a lot of artists in this field, in this culture, that does business as an artist instead of doing business as a businessman or woman.
You created A&B.
A&B. Mm-hmm.
A&B. Huh. You're right about that. And some of us stupidly have pride in that.
Right.
Oh, I'm not a business. I'm an artist.
Right.
And people love to say that, and people like fall in love with being a starving artist.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Have you heard of a starving artist? Right.
But they love it.
But there's a reason why it's called a starving artist, because you love it so much that you're willing to do it for free.
Correct.
So
it's kind of, it's okay at first.
It's okay to be it throughout your whole thing.
No,
Yes.
it can't be okay.
You still have to have that passion, but it doesn't mean it's 100% of your business.
Correct.
So I flip flop all the time. Like I go hard on the business, then I'm like, yo, man, I'm not feeding the artist. So then I'll stop. I'll do a collaboration. I'll do color. I'll do something that's out of my element. I'll do women's hair again. Like I'll try to do something that's out of my element because I need to feed that artist. I can't starve the artist either.
You know how to do color?
Oh, of course.
Color women's hair?
Mm-hmm.
You have a cosmetology license?
I have a cosmetology license.
In California, do they have barbering licenses?
Of course, yeah.
So you have barbering,
I have Cosmo on me.
cosmetology separate.
Yeah.
But you could do both.
I mean, skill work or license work?
License work.
No, Cosmo cannot do razor work, and then barbers cannot do nails. But they teach the barbers how to do color. They teach them how to do perms. They do how to do.
Really?
Yep.
Because in New York and New Jersey,
Yeah.
barbering just got here.
Okay.
And it's like, it's very close to.
Well, I know here and in Vegas, like you can't have a barber and a stylist work in the same room. Like you have to keep them separate. Or
Really?
there has to be at least an 8-foot wall, I think, that separates you two.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But anyway, anywho.
I'm licensed in Nevada as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
To do business out there as well.
If I had my pad, I would get a fucking. Okay, so now I feel like you have the cheat code
How's it the cheat code?
because you're fresh to this.
Whether it's fresh or not, I'm still giving you the formula. the question is how. All right, who you travel, right?
Yes,
Have you checked in bags when you travel? At some point of your life,
I have.
is it easier to check in bags or is it easy just to travel with carry-ons?
Carry on.
So why do you carry your baggage if you don't like carrying baggage when you travel?
Because I don't know better.
It's because it's a choice. So everything that you
Wait,
all your baggage
wait.
that you have from your years of barbering, like let it go. You don't like carrying it.
You're right, but it's a choice I made long time ago.
It's a choice you're doing today.
No, wait. It's a choice. It's a choice I made a long time ago. Then I forgot about that choice.
Right.
Now I'm here like, oh, this is what I chose, but I forgot that it was a choice.
Right.
You motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I like this. This turned into a therapy session. Okay, so now, 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
3 years ago.
whenever it was,
Yeah.
I went to LA.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was with Vince,
Yep.
and he told me about a hair jam.
Yeah.
So, okay, that perfectly brings me to my next point. Before we get into that, though,
Yes.
I think it's changing, but it's still a thing. East Coast barbers are very different than West Coast barbers.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are like rappers in Atlanta.
Which is
You guys
coming together.
convive.
Yeah.
How do you say that in English?
Yeah.
Convive. You guys,
There's a community. We get involved with each other.
you're not haters
All right.
like we
Well,
are.
it's all around. It's all around.
No. What I mean, like,
Here's what I'm gonna say about this, because I think I know where you're going. It took us years to have that community.
how fucking long is it gonna take us?
Well, I mean, somebody has to push for it. So who's bringing the community together?
The other day, right?
I would say Willis. Willis does a lot of events. Now, whether people show up or not, that's on them.
Let me tell you, Willis has been nothing but great to me.
Right.
Reached out, let's hang out, let's talk. I mostly don't go to events because I don't drink. No, let me tell you. Let me tell you the plight of the non-drinking man. Whenever I go somewhere and I don't drink,
Yeah.
it becomes a thing.
And then everybody's trying to make you drink.
They like insist in you drinking.
Yeah.
And it's bad because I'm like, I feel bad for these people.
Right.
But also like it's uncomfortable because I'll do a lot of like, I'll find a plant and just throw my drink in there.
Yeah.
Or carpets are really good to get
Yeah.
rid drinks. But anyway, it's something that I have to fix. Being able to go places where people are drinking.
But once again, all right. So then, my question to you is your goal to go network, or is your goal to worry about how many times they're gonna offer you a drink? Because if your goal is to go network and be a part of a community, be a part of something bigger, then you don't mind. That comes with the baggage. Now that comes with the work. That comes with everything.
Okay, now we get into something else though.
True. All right, let's go back
Network.
into the
Right? I hate that concept
okay.
because I don't want to like consciously go to you or go to a place that you're gonna be at and like, let me finagle this. So maybe you could change my viewpoint on it.
Right.
But it's like I hate people that want to network.
Right.
It feels fake.
Okay.
But now I have networked before, but I never saw it as networking.
Right.
I was like, oh, I fuck with these people.
Right.
I like these people. They're cool. I'll go to an event. I'll go to some shit. Something good comes out of it. It was essentially networking.
That is networking.
But I never called it network.
All right.
I never put on my networking shoes and went there. So
But it doesn't take away that it was networking.
correct, but it's real.
Whether real or not, look at the two different stories. On one of them that you explained that you had a lot more passion, that it was more real to you, the main focal points is that you showed up, you were you, and you fucked with who you fucked with.
Correct.
That's networking. Show up, talk to people, and who you connect with is the people who you're gonna connect with.
Yeah, but it wasn't premeditated.
I'm not that's but it doesn't take away from you networking. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
So if you show up to these events and then you just be you, and then you'll see who you end up connecting. You might come to a house in LA that you didn't plan to and meet all these people. And 3 years later, we're having a podcast here.
Okay, 100% correct. But that was real to me.
But that's what I'm saying. But if you don't show up, either way, you went to network.
Well, 90% of success is showing up. I've heard that somewhere. But like, let's say I would have been like, oh shit, Leche is gonna be there. Let me like finagle this.
Yeah.
To me, that feels so fake.
So is that you trying to network, or is that you trying to finagle something?
That's me. I can't separate finagling and networking.
So what's that first word that you said?
I
And then the second one?
can't. You're a piece of shit. I'm never having you on again. Because you make me look at like reality.
It's different perspectives, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so
Let's go back. All right, you're at Vince's.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm at Vince's, and we go to your place. We go to this beautiful fucking penthouse.
Yeah, right. It is not a penthouse.
It felt like a penthouse. Downtown LA. It was really, really nice.
Thank you.
I was like, shit, I've never seen something like this. And Lech is there. Vince was there. Obviously, he came. I guess Diego was there.
Diego, yeah.
And that's where I saw the operation. It felt like you had been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Because the way it was set up.
Yeah, and that was in August, and I got the place in April.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fuck, applause if I had my thing. Oh, this is what I was getting to. So I was like, wow, like I don't. Okay, now I'm calling bullshit on myself.
Okay.
But two things. One, I said, wow, we don't have this in the East Coast.
Right.
But now I see that we do kind of have it. Yep. I just don't show up.
Right.
But it felt like. So I was with Joe Biden the other day, and somebody saw his picture with Migos, and the guy that's looking at the picture is older gentleman,
right?
And he says to him, "I can't believe you took a picture with him. It's like we don't do that." And I'm like, time has changed, where the culture has changed.
Right.
We forgive. We give in. We want to be united more than we want to have beef.
Right.
So things have changed in this side of the pond.
And beef is now marketing too.
Beef is marketing. Because there's no real beef anymore.
Well, all right. We talked about someone. I'm sorry. I don't know too much of the information. But this guy had beef. His address was leaked. There's no more beef. That's beef.
Ooh.
Do you hear me?
That's scary.
Yeah, that's beef. That's real life beef.
So
everything else is just kind of like that, finagling, showcasing, and singing and dancing.
Can we say there's real beef and marketing beef?
Yeah, of course.
That is real beef. Fuck. Okay. Let me move on that because that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is.
So, what are you doing in New York?
I'm here to do some Hanzo classes.
Hattori
Hanzo is a shear company.
Shear company.
Yeah.
Can you give me a discount on some shears?
So I don't even get a discount on shears. They're good shears, bro.
Okay, so tell me about your 2019.
Okay, yeah. So, it's to continue. The goal is to continue to what I did. Wait, 2019?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I was about to talk about 2020.
I wanted 2019,
Woof.
And then we boosted to 2020.
Yeah, 2019 was a great year. Yeah. So the goal for 2019 was to travel a lot more, get the branding out there, go international. That was one of my biggest goals, is to go international and just try to expand my brand and just get the name out there. Not so much the name like it's recognizable, but if I can make an impact in my area, then I start making impact nationwide, then why not take it worldwide, kind of thing.
What is the purpose of your brand?
So the brand is Be Legendary. So
one.
Yes.
Who came up with that?
So there's a video of his name's Rudy something. He's like, he was on Vine, and he
Rudy
just,
Escudo. I've seen him. Rudy something.
He's a musician, and he's amazing, right? So he's real funny, but he does one, and he has an accent. So he said the experience is going to be very legendary, but it sounded like he said legendary. So then at the time, Gabby and I were listening to it, and she's like, "Did he say legendary?"
Gabby
is she does hair with us
Okay.
in downtown LA, and she's like, "Did he say legendary?" And I was like, "Oh shit, it does sound like legendary." So then that's where it came out. So, but now the be legendary is always I always like to say it's the pursuit of being something, right? Because when you accomplish something, then you kind of just like, all right, I did it. So I don't want to be a quote unquote legend. I want a pursuit of being a legend. So I'm always trying to progress. I'm always trying to be better. So the real message is who are you today, and how does our conversation, our interaction, how can I make you better than you were when you woke up?
How do you do that?
Just change perspectives, like a lot of people.
Wait,
Yeah.
so this is a business.
What do you mean?
This is a brand you have.
The be legendary, right? Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? Is it a course?
Nothing.
Is it?
Oh, so I do have. I mean, out of that's like the slogan, if you will, I guess. Be legendary. I have something called the Learn process, which is Leche's earn process. So it's how to earn more business, how to earn more money, how to earn more following, how to make a better impact. Whatever you want to develop in, how do you earn more out of it? What's the formula behind it? So that's my like one-on-ones, my consulting, like stuff like that. So
Are you playing footsie with me?
am I? Oh my
bad. Okay, I'm a believer right now.
Okay.
Well, not right now. Like, more now. So basically, what you just did to me, but you're packaging and
Right.
That's interesting.
So I go and I talk to individual barbers. I talk to shops. There's a package for the shop owner and just the operation side and the financial side. There's a package where I come and talk to the owner, then talk to the barbers, and there's so many ways to formulate it. Schools, brands.
Do you like that more than cutting?
Yes, I would say like people development is what I was like born and raised in, kind of thing. Whether it's in this industry or my previous industry.
Is that what you were born to do?
I mean, I was born to breathe, so like born to do.
Breathing is so
overrated.
So pedestrian. You could do better than that.
So here's the thing, like it's not where it's gonna be really cliche and corny, but
Hit me with it.
like what better feeling to see somebody else succeed and to be just a part of it, like just to the little spark, because no matter what, you got to do the work. I'm just here to spark you, and then throughout the time spark you again. All right, I'll talk about my boy. Like I met him in college. He had his corporate job. Now I'm living in LA, and he moves to LA to pursue. He left his career, I guess, his 9-to-5 job, his corporate job, there you go, to become a stand-up comedian or an actor. Like that's a leap. Do you know how much backlash he gets from that? Like, what are you doing? You're leaving this. Everybody talks about benefits. This and that. He stopped what he's doing to pursue what he loves. Excuse me. I landed here yesterday, and guess what I did?
Hit him up.
Went to go see him perform at Barclays. What is it called? The where the Nets play.
Nets. Barclays.
Barclays.
Oh shit.
At Barclays, because he's performing for Jurassic Park World Live, and he has his own skit. He's one of the main characters. I'm like, my man, he's touring the U.S. I'm like, look, I'm getting chills, bro. That is the dream. That is the to see somebody progress from one to next, pursuing what they love. And sometimes they have that idea, but they just don't have that push. So I'm here to shove people.
You're here to what?
Shove people.
It's very interesting you just said that. Can you say it again? The last few
That it's a beautiful thing to see people succeed.
after that? That people need a push?
Right. A lot of people have great ideas, but sometimes they just need a little push.
So I have this theory, like the book theory that I told you. I feel like things have a a built-in resistance to them. Like when you move your arm through air, right? This is getting weird.
No, right.
When you move your arm through air, you are moving molecules
Right.
away to make way for this, but we don't see it.
Right.
I'm starting to feel like a lot of dreams have that, and the longer you wait on something, the more resistance comes to it.
So, no.
Hit me.
What does time have to do with anything? So you know how we were talking about earlier. All right.
Wait. I have an answer.
I got a good phrase. I don't know who sings this. The party don't start until I walk in. Right.
What piece of shit said that?
Some. I don't know who she is, but
Go ahead.
But that's the thing. Like, be legendary is like be that person. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but once you get there, you got there. It doesn't matter. I don't have to be on your timeline, society's timeline, or anything. As long as I get to where I need to get, it doesn't matter how much resistance I have to go through.
Okay. Well, have you ever noticed that the best time to start something is when you first think of it?
The best time to like write it down, or
there's things that I've said, oh, I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And the longer I wait, the more mass against it comes.
Because you didn't want to do it.
No, I have a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
And it ties into barbering. But my entire life, it's two things I've always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
One was to learn how to draw.
Okay.
And I picture myself being that dude just because I know how to draw.
Right.
And I see people that know how to draw,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm amazed by them. And it's something in me that just wants that.
Nice.
Number two is businessman. But let's stick with the drawing for now.
Okay.
So for 36 years of life, did I say a different age earlier? I think
37. No, you said 36.
So I'm 36. So I might have lied. I forget.
No, I think you said 36.
I might have lied. So for 36 years of life, I have avoided my dream.
Right.
And I'm like, I need you to go away because you bother me all the time. So I finally gave in and I started drawing now. And it has built up such mass against doing it. And it's the simplest thing.
Right.
It's like I have everything I need, but putting it together was so difficult. That's what I mean.
So the first step is always difficult.
You just blew my mind a little bit. And I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
Because you just said the first step is always difficult. And I'm like, duh, stupid. But that first step didn't come for me until 36 years later. That's wild.
Yeah.
Let me say this to people now. You can die with your dreams in your pockets.
Not taking that first step.
Fuck. Put that in your course. I'm going to let you have that.
You could die. No.
Okay, so the first step is...
Or you can live by taking your first step. All right, in a car, right? This is a manual transmission, right?
Love that.
Ready? Which one's the strongest gear?
First.
And reverse. Why?
Because you got to throw it back? I don't know. Wait.
First and reverse are the strongest gears in the transmission.
Okay. I know first is. I don't know if...
First and reverse are the same. I mean, not as far as RPMs and stuff like that, but because it takes a vehicle from zero to its first movement.
It's like the whole concept of 0 to 1. Have you read that book?
Mm-mm.
So there's a book called 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel.
Okay.
He's a Trump supporter. Fuck him. And too emotional. And the concept is the hardest thing is 0 to 1. Huh. I'm going to need you on my advisory board.
Phone call away, bro.
Okay, so when do you give up on people?
I don't give up on people. People give up on themselves. So, like, if you don't put the effort, then how do you expect the effort from me?
Okay, let's say you have a friend. He calls you with a problem in 2015.
Right.
Same problem in 2016.
Right.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Right.
Today, he still has the same problem. Are you giving up on him?
I mean, what is giving up? Define giving up. I'll give you advice. And we'll
Do you
sit down.
continue to advise?
We'll have a come to Jesus conversation and be like, look, bro, like if you really want to make this change, then make the change. It comes from you, not from our conversations. Once again, everything I say is bullshit until you execute it. Then it becomes real shit. But if you're not executing, then we're not talking about this.
What sign are you?
Aries.
Motherfucker. When?
7th.
March.
April.
29th. March.
Taurus. Oh.
Aries.
Oh, March. My bad. I heard
March.
April. My bad. I thought April. That's fine.
Aries. I don't believe in those things, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, were you done with your 2019?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish as far as.
What's 2020 looking like for you?
2020 is building it even bigger and being a bit more selective in my events. And just like everything, you do a lot of work for free or inexpensive. But as a brand builds... At first, yeah. As a brand builds and as the formula proves success, then the goal is to just kind of be at just know your worth, kind of thing.
Okay. So you started 6 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
In the past 6 years, there's been a big change on Instagram,
Right.
where mostly barbers are.
Mm-hmm.
What do you treat it differently now than you did 6 years ago?
I got better at it, yeah. I don't even I myself don't think I go hard on Instagram. Like I don't fully take advantage of everything on Instagram.
I see you post frequently.
I don't. I think somebody who's killing the game in Instagram is Sophie. She's like a beast.
Sophie.
Stay gold. She does videos, she does content, she does stories. Like she's just on top of it. Lifestyle pictures, her work, always high quality. She does everything herself. Like I applaud that woman.
If I had my pad, I would applaud. She does.
Yeah. She's a beast.
How long have you known her? You guys are friends, right?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, I would say 4 years, 3 years.
So, okay, let's do something.
Okay.
In my fake distilling, like getting the cheat codes from people that I know and successful people, what would you say are things that you've noticed? What have you learned from her?
From her?
Yeah.
To go hard. Like to invest in yourself and to never stop developing your mind. Like the peace of mind, the internal growth, the self-growth. Like we talk about this all the time. And I've seen her grow in the past 3 years. Like it's been beautiful to see her like be the person that she is today. Very strong-willed, strong-minded, and just not into the not so much emotional on some things. She's building that business side of her. I mean, it's already been built, but
okay, let's go with the emotional theme.
Yeah.
For this topic. I've been a celebrity barber for forever now.
Right.
And in this therapy session that we have, I had a week, right? I had a week, and it became very apparent to me when I posted a picture, and it was a day that I cut Fabulous, Joe Button, Charlie Murphy, and 2 other celebrities, and I posted a picture. So I posted them throughout the day.
Yeah.
And then I put them all together. And I posted one picture of all of them.
Yeah.
And it became very apparent to me that wasn't it for me.
What wasn't it for you?
I wasn't happy doing that.
Right. Posting it or doing the work? Posting it.
Let me say this properly because I don't want to.
Yeah, I was like,
the way people react to what I did
Of course.
was completely different than how I felt about it.
Right.
And I felt like I'm living somebody else's dream,
Yep.
not mine. Cutting celebrities.
Well,
It's not my dream.
Can I ask you this? Are they celebrities or are they your boys now? Like, are they people you know? It doesn't necessarily have to be boys, but like y'all know each other. It's not. Can y'all be frank in front of each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the big difference. To them, who's viewing it is a celebrity. To you, it's Joe. Does that make sense?
It does, but
Like, who's a celebrity? They're human, just like us.
I mean that's getting very theoretical here of what is a celebrity.
But I'm saying, if yeah, it's becoming very technical, right? So here's my thought on it. Like, I always
technical.
yeah, I always say, like, do you breathe like I breathe?
Yeah.
Do you bleed like I bleed?
A little better, but yeah.
So are you and I not the same?
Same.
So what does your title have to do with how we should treat each other? How we should view each other? Anything?
Correct.
Titles is something that society puts on everybody.
Correct.
So,
But I'm talking about how I felt.
right.
I felt
Well, I'm going to tell you this.
what?
You posted it for a reaction.
Correct.
You got a reaction,
Correct.
and now you're not liking the reaction. So, are you posting it to create more business?
Yeah. Always.
No, is it real or real?
Well, that's what it did. It would get me more business.
Okay, then post it for that reason, and don't worry about what people say and how the love it got or the love it didn't get or whatever. You're posting it with the intention to get more business.
Correct. Okay.
That's the tool.
Perfect. We settled half of it. The other half is me coming to the realization that it wasn't fulfilling. That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
And
But once again, I'm gonna retract that. Right? So was that post to fulfill you or to get more business?
forget the post existed. That day was not fulfilling.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of Sophie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I look at her and I'm like, she's doing great work.
Right.
And I don't know if it's fulfillment for her, but I am yet to find that in
that
this
work,
space.
in the work of Instagram, or what do you mean? In the work of barbering?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you've been doing the same thing for too long.
That is true.
That's called treadmill work.
Yeah.
You know, you run, you burn calories, you work out, you get sore, you get all the ingredients of running on a treadmill. But I always ask, do you ever move forward?
Don't go anywhere.
Stay in the same spot. So yeah, you get your money, you get paid, you get your pictures, you get this. But are you moving forward inside? Are you being legendary?
All right. That is a very good place to take this plane down.
Yeah.
Leche, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me, baby.
How long are you here for?
I go to Jersey from here. Jersey.
Okay.
Am I in Jersey right now?
You are in New Jersey.
I mean, I'm in Jersey now.
To 2020. Good.
I'll be back for IBS. So
Can we do another pod then?
yeah, a week later, March 8th.
Well, that's next week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got 2 weeks.
I forgot about that. What are you doing at IBS?
We're going to host a hair jam at Willis's shop. We're going to do the show. We'll be there with Strand and Squire.
All right. Thank you very much for coming. What?
You're like, that information was useless? All right.